got hurt. During his absence, Augusta won only 3 games while losing 7. But since Maston's return, Augusta has a 4-game winning streak that coincides with Maston's return. This year, Augusta's led in scoring by senior Kason Henson. He's averaging 17 points a game and has scored 20-plus points in the 4-game winning streak that the Panthers are enjoying right now. As a team, Augusta has some very efficient shooters, making 47% of their field goal attempts and 71% from the free throw line. Sophomore Kylan Henson is their best shooter at 54%. Kason Henson is not far behind at 52%, while L.J. Connor is making 51% of his shots from the floor. Sophomore Connor Snap is their deep threat, making 44% of his shots from beyond the arc. Well, we're about to have our senior night festivities, so we'll take a listen to that. As on the PA is Athletic Director Brad Allison.
Number 15, Blaine Biddle. Blaine is being escorted tonight by his parents, Julie and Jason, and his sister, Anna Marie and Laney Vaughn. While in ACHS, Blaine has been a member of the Reds basketball team for 4 years. He has also been involved with Beta Club, varsity soccer, and youth salute. After graduation, Blaine plans to attend the University of Kentucky and major in chemical engineering. Blaine's most memorable moment was winning the Henry County Invitational Tournament earlier this year. He would like to thank his parents and grandparents for transporting him everywhere he needed to go and for their constant support. He would also like to thank all of the coaches that have helped him along the way. Blaine's words of advice are to keep working hard even when things don't look right. Tonight, presenting Blaine with his senior gift is a couple of his teammates who had this same opportunity last year, but due to COVID and legislative measures, the possibility of choosing a supplemental school year was granted to all K-12 students. Clay Carpenter and Richard Harris chose to come back for another year. Clay and Richard received their senior night gift last year, but wanted to present Blaine with his gift tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 seniors from Harrison County's 2022 basketball year. Let's give them another round of applause.
Alrighty, as we said, a very short senior night with just the 1 senior. What we'll do right now is take a break and come back and give you the starting lineups tonight's game between Augusta and Harrison County. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCY. Hilltop. Let's take a look at the starters. First for Augusta, 12-10 on the year, coached by Jason Henson. At a guard, a 6'1 junior, number 0, L.J. Connor. He's the transfer from Mason County. He's averaging 12.2 points a game. At the other guard is Augusta's leading scorer, Kason Henson. He wears the number 2. He's a 6'2 senior, averaging 17.1 points a contest. At one of the forwards is Kylan Henson, Kason Henson's brother, and of course Jason Henson's other son. He wears the number 22. He's a 6'5 sophomore, averaging 8.9 points a contest. At the other forward, a 6'2 sophomore, number 44, Connor Snap. Snap averaging 8.3. And in the middle, Riley Maston. Maston wears the number 5. He's a 6'6 junior, averaging 15.1 points a game. So once again for the Panthers, it'll be Connor, Kaysen Henson, Kylan Henson, Snap, and Maston. Augusta averaging 68.5 points per game on offense. On defense, giving up 65.1 points per game. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 16-6 on the year right now, riding a 6-game winning streak. The Breds have won 13 of the last 15 ball games. At a guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Caden Custard. Custard's Harrison County's leading scorer at 14 points a game. At another guard, Mason Smiley. Smiley, a 6-foot sophomore who wears the number 3. He's averaging 3.2 points a game. At one of the forward positions is Richard Harris. Harris wears the number 4. He's a 6'4", fifth-year senior who's averaging 6.8 points a game. At the other forward is J.D. Kendall. Kendall's a 6'5 junior who wears the number 21 and is averaging 8.1 points a game. And in the middle, as we mentioned before, Blaine Biddle. Biddle honored for his many years of service to the Harrison County basketball program just a few minutes ago. He's a 6'4 senior who wears the number 15 and is averaging 4.2 points per game. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Custard, Smiley, Harris, Kendall, and Biddle. On the year, the Thoroughbreds averaging 61.8 points per game on offense. On defense, really getting the job done as they're giving up just 49.6 points per game. And during this current 6-game winning streak, Harrison County is averaging outscoring their opponents 71-37. Well, while we have a chance, let's take it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's pregame prayer. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County and Augusta about to face each other for the 26th time. Harrison County a commanding lead in the series, having won 21 and lost only 4, and are 8-1 in games played between these two opponents on the hilltop. Last year, the two teams got together over in Augusta, with Harrison winning 69-56. The last time the two teams played here on the hilltop was at the Harrison County Invitational Tournament back in December of 2019. That's when the Breds suffered their only loss to Augusta here on the hilltop, a 65-56 decision. So there's your look at your starters and your history lesson for tonight. Well, we're about to have the national anthem, which will be played by the Harrison County High School Pep Band. Right now, the colors are being presented by the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC. So what we'll do is we'll take a listen to our Star Spangled Banner, after which we'll take a break and then come back for the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and Augusta. But right now, let's take a listen to our national anthem.
Carrying the U.S. flag and commanding is Cadet Major Nathan Nickerson. Carrying the Kentucky State flag is Cadet Captain Jesse Munoz. And the guards are Cadet Master Sergeant Shelby Fugit and Cadet Tech Sergeant Miles Bryan.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County starting quintet has just been introduced, and we're just about ready to go. Well, the Reds will be back in action on Friday night when we take the short trip up 27 to Falmouth for a girl-boy doubleheader. Harrison County, if you'll remember, back on January the 29th here on the Hilltop, knocked off the Wildcats 62-40. It's a very important district win, or a district game. If Harrison County wins, they will be the number 1 seed in the postseason tournament. All righty, jumping center for Harrison County, Richard Harris. Across the midcourt stripe will be Connor Snap. As we're about to get this game underway, as we suspected and told you about, Blaine Biddle lined up underneath the basket. So let's see how this all plays out. Everybody's in on it. Tap by Harris, comes to Smiley. Smiley to Caden Custard, to Biddle, and he misses the shot. Caden gets the rebound, gets it back to him, and Blaine makes the shot. So all is well. So Blaine gets his points. Will Furnish will check in for him now. Will, a 6'10 sophomore, averaging 5.9 points a game. So kudos to all involved in the subterfuge. Now Kason Henson scores on the other end to equal that. So 2-2 is your score. And we just get underway here. Kason Henson up the floor and into the front court. Will come Harrison County. With the basketball in the corner is Kendall. Kendall lobs to the top of the key to Harris. Harris drifts to the left side, gets the ball to Custard, long range. Caden in between the circles now to Smiley. Smiley back to Custard on the left wing. Custard will back it up and reset the offense. Now takes a jog into the paint, kicks it outside to Kendall. Kendall to the elbow, backdoor pass to Smiley. Smiley races down the baseline, but too many orange shirts there. He'll get it back out top where Harrison will reset. Custer with the basketball, goes to the block, spins around, forces up a shot off the glass. It's good. Good job of making something out of nothing that time by Custard for his first points of the game as Harrison County takes a 4-2 lead. We played just over a minute here on the Hilltop. In the corner with the basketball, Henson. Harrison County about an 11-point favorite. But a three-pointer by Kylan Henson is good, and Augusta takes their first lead of the ball game at 5-4. In the front court with the basketball with 6:22 on the clock is Harris. Richard goes to the block, puts up a shot off the glass, spins out, no good. Harris with the rebound, his putback is no good, but he's going to be fouled and will go to the line for a couple of free throws. Foul's going to be called on Maston. That'll be Riley Maston's first. Harris going to the line. We're on the air. He is a 55% free throw shooter. With 6:14 left to go in the first, trying to both tie this game and put his team back in the lead. First free throw is good. So we are retied once again, this time at 5-5. Second free throw for the fifth-year senior is on the way and bounces off, no good. Rebound is going to be knocked to the bounds, last touched by the Thoroughbreds. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Into the front court comes Kason Henson. Kason Henson, who now passes to the far sideline to Snap. Snap brings it back up top, now to the left side, gets the ball in the hands of Connor. Connor between the circles, hands it off to Kason Henson. Kason goes baseline, now kicks it in the corner to Kylan Henson for a three that's going to be short. Rebound pulled down by Furnish. In the front court, the Reds come quickly. In the corner, Smiley for three, a little too long. Offside rebound picked up by Harris. His putback is no good. Gets his own rebound again, and this time coming away with the rebound will be Connor. In the front court, here's a 16-footer put up no good by Maston, and the rebound is pulled down by Smiley. Both teams having a little trouble getting started offensively. On the baseline, Richard Harris. Score tied 5-5. We played nearly 3 minutes. Custard out top, brings the ball to the right elbow, now kicks it to Kendall. Kendall at the foul line, gets it on the baseline to Harris. Harris tries to drive, but Maston's in his way. He'll get it to the near side to Custard for a three. A little too long. Rebound pulled in by Maston. And into the front court, here come the Augusta Panthers. And laying up and in will be Connor. L.J. Connor with his first points of the ball game on the layup. Puts his team up 7-5. 4:47 left here in the first quarter. With the basketball, Custard at the top of the key, hands the ball to Kendall. Kendall goes to the block, kicks it on the baseline to Harris. Harris goes into the paint, but there's Maston again. Forces up a shot, partially blocked by Maston, and Maston gets the rebound as well. Up the floor and into the front court come the Panthers. Kaysen Henson with it now. Lobs it into the corner to Connor. Connor back between the circles to Maston. Long range now to the far side to Kylan Henson in front of the stable. He'll get it to the near sideline to Connor, who will reset the offense with Mason Smiley staring him down. Connor to the elbow extended up top, gets the ball to Maston. Maston drives against Harris. Turner around 12-foot. Hook shot is good. First points of the game for Riley Maston, and it gives his Augusta Panthers its largest lead at 9-5. 3:56 on the clock as we pass the midway point of this first quarter. In the front court, Smiley with the basketball. Finds Harris in between the circles. He'll in turn give the ball to Custard at the top of the key. Caden, a backup shot from the elbow is no good. Rebound pulled down by Harris. His shot is good on the putback, and he is fouled, and he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Makes the score 9-7. Now checking in for the first time for Augusta. Coming in for Maston, who's picked up his second personal foul. Harris at the line tonight, 1 for 2. His free throw to make it a one-point game is on the way and good. Harrison County now down by just a point at 9-8. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball comes Kaysen Henson into the front court. Drives around Smiley into the paint. Puts up a shot over Furnished, but it's no good. And coming down with the rebound is Henson. His putback is no good. And this time with the rebound, it's going to be Richard Harris. Harris in the front court gets the ball to Custard. His layup is going to be good as Harrison County goes back out on top, this time by a score of 10-9. In the front court with the basketball come the Panthers. With the basketball right now, a snap gets it in the corner. A three is fired in good. Bach with that three puts his team back in the lead by a score of 12-10. With the basketball, Harris in the corner finds Smiley for a three off the flange. Rebound pulled down this time by Kaysen Henson. Coming into the front court with the basketball, Henson in the corner. He'll find Bach again. Bach, a 6-foot freshman, I should have told you. Now he throws the ball away. That's the first turnover of the game by either team. Custard on the right side of the paint. Gets to the top of the key to Kendall. He'll fire a three. Good as it rattles in there. J.D. Kendall's first points of the night. Seesaws his team back out on top, 13-12. In the front court with the basketball comes Kaysen Henson. Gets the ball to Bach. Now to the free throw line to Snap. And now Snap will try a pass into the corner. It's knocked to the bounds by the Thoroughbreds. Couple of subs coming in for Harrison County. Garrett Wilson, a 5'11 sophomore averaging 4 points a game. Also Braylon Hinton, a 6'3 sophomore averaging 7.7. From the corner in front of Harrison County's bench, inbounds pass from Kaysen Henson comes to Snap. 13-12, the Thoroughbreds lead. We've already had a couple of ties and 4 lead changes. Bach hands the ball off to Connor. Connor now drifts inside that center circle, directing some traffic. Now makes a move to the right side. Now goes down to the block. His shot's going to be blocked, but they're going to call Wilson for the foul. That'll be Garrett's first personal. Well, if you've been thinking about a farm and machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Connor at the line this year, a 77% free throw shooter, and he misses the first. But he will have another try to get this game tied up. Checking in now for Augusta, Will Kelsch. Kelsch, a 6'2 freshman averaging 3.7. Second free throw attempt by Connor is also no good. Came in shooting 77% but misses both. Rebound brought down by Custard. Harrison with the lead and the ball for the first time tonight. Minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Custard goes to the top of the key, moves to the left elbow, now kicks it on the wing to Hinton for a three. high off the flange, no good. Rebound's going to be brought down by Custard, who's going to be fouled from behind by Bach. That'll be Bach's first personal foul. Just a common foul, they're going to say. From his own baseline, Hinton gets the ball to Kendall in the paint. Turnaround, 2-footer, good. Give the assist that time to Hinton. Points to Kendall, who gives Harrison his largest lead at 15-12. In the front court with 1:13 left to go in the first quarter comes Connor. Connor dishes the ball to Snap in between the circles. Snap, the three-point specialist for this team. Hadn't had a chance to breathe yet. Bach guarded by Wilson. Now makes his move inside the arc, kicks it down low, and it's going to be off the face of Custard. Accidentally bad pass that time, but it does keep the ball in the hands of Augusta as Mason Smiley will check back in. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. With the basketball out top is going to be Snap. Snap angles to the right, now reverses back to the left, goes into the paint, triple team, guns it into the corner to Connor for a three, and it's good. LJ Connor, with his first tray of the game, has tied the score at 15-15. Now a shot put up no good by Harrison County. Going to the floor to pick up the rebound is Kelsch. And now he throws it away. Here's a three-pointer put up and good by Smiley. First points of the game for Mason. Gives Harrison County the lead back at 18-15. Just 15 seconds left here in the quarter. With the basketball, Kaysen Henson gets to the left side to Connor for a long-range three, short. Rebound, those pulled down by Kelsch. His putback is no good with 5 seconds left, but they're going to call a foul on the Thoroughbreds. Kelsch going to the line for the first time tonight on the year. He is a 77% free throw shooter. First free throw by the freshman is good. Brings his team back to within a deuce at 18-16. Second free throw try is on the way and good. Harrison County has 5 seconds to get the ball down the floor. Inbounds pass comes to Hinton. Hinton crossed the timeline at 2. Stops, gets the ball in the corner to Wilson. Dropped out of bounds. Just 0.3 seconds left. Not really anything that Augusta can do. A tap-in is about all you have time for, and they're way too far away for that. Inbounds pass comes to Kaysen Henson, and that will bring it to the end of the first quarter of play with your score. Harrison County 18 and Augusta 17. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County ahead by a single point, 18-17. The Reds had a lead of 3 points, as did Augusta. We had 3 ties and 4 lead changes, and Augusta has the ball. Backdoor cut from Ken Tinson to Snap. He'll get the ball down low to Kylan Henson, who makes a shot, and is also fouled as he gives his team the lead back at 19-18. 7:51 left. The free throw by Kylan Henson is no good. So Harrison County down by 1 will bring the ball up the floor and into the front court. We're just underway here in the second quarter. With the basketball, Hinton up top to Furnish, to the left side, long range to Smiley. Smiley backs up, Guarded by Connor, gets it in front of the Augusta bench to Custard. Caden back up top to Smiley. Now to the left side to Hinton, long range. He'll get it on the baseline to Harris. Harris drives into the paint, kicks it on the near side to Custard, up top to Smiley. From the free throw line, jump shot, good. Nice job that time by Mason, as he will return the lead to his team at 20-19 as we go back and forth. In the front court with the basketball will come Connor. Gets it to Kaysen Henson on the far side of the midcourt circle. Kaysen Henson now makes his move to the top of the key, lobs it into the corner to Snap. Snap back down on the block to Kaysen Henson. His shot is good as the Augusta Panthers seesaw back out in front. On the fourth point by Kaysen Henson. Here's a shot from the free throw line by Custard. No good, but he goes in there and gets the rebound. Now a steal by Augusta. First turnover of the game for Harrison County. Snap gets the ball in the hands of Maston. Maston makes his move, gets it on the far side. Here's a long three fired up, no good by Kylan Henson. Offside rebound, pulled down by Custard. In the front court comes Caden. Custard gets it in the corner to Hinton. Hinton back up top to Custard once again. Harrison County down by one, 21-20. With the basketball, Harris from the block, puts up a shot, blocked by Kylan Henson. Harris gets the rebound, his putback's no good. Ensuing rebound picked up by Furnish, who lost track of it. Turnover for the Thoroughbreds. Into the front court come the Panthers. Connor gets the ball on the baseline to Kylan Henson. Kylan now double teamed, and he's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be assessed to Mason Smiley. Back in the game for Harrison County. Kendall will return. It's just a common foul from his own baseline. Kaysen Henson gets it on the wing to Snap in front of the stable. Snap to the near sideline to Connor. Connor guarded by Hinton out top. He'll find Kylan Henson in the corner. Back out on the wing to Connor once again. Connor approaches the midcourt stripe as he measures the defense of Braylon Hinton. Connor, a junior, now makes his move, gets it in the corner to Kylan Henson once again. Now passes it back up top to Connor. To the right side, here's a three fired up by Maston, short. Rebound pulled down once again by Caden Custard. In the front court with the ball in the corner, Kendall for a three. Oh, just short. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Will Furnish. Be Will's first personal foul. Gives the ball back to the Panthers. 5:09 left to go in the first half. Inbounds pass goes over the Harrison County press to Kylan Henson. Kylan in the paint to Snap, who puts up a runner that's no good, but he's fouled. It's a very aggressive Augusta offense, and that foul is going to be on Furnish again. That'll be his second. Snap's first trip to the line tonight on the year. He is a 71% free throw shooter. First free throws on the way and off the flange, no good. Back in the game, Richard Harris returns for the Thoroughbreds. Second free throw upcoming for the sophomore Connor Snap. It's on the way, and this one is going to bounce off as well. Rebound pulled down by Custard. Panthers now 2 for 7 from the free throw line here in the first half. Custard yo-yoing the ball inside the center circle. Looks at the 2-3 Augusta zone. Now shouts out the play he wants to run. Harrison trailing 21-20. 4:44 left to go in the first half. In the corner, Hinton gets it back on the wing to Smiley. Lobs it to the near side in front of the Augusta bench to Custard. Custard skip pass the other way is going to be knocked out of bounds on the deflection by L.J. Connor. Thoroughbreds will maintain possession. From the far hash mark, Hinton will inbounds the ball into the backcourt to Kendall. JD recrosses the timeline on the far side of the circle and gets the ball to Custard. Custard at the elbow, dishes it off to Hinton. Hinton from that same left elbow puts up a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked up and put back in by Custard. Caden with now 8 rebounds already and 6 points as he puts his team back out in front. This time 22-21. In the front court with 4:06 left to go in the first half is a three by L.J. Connor, and it's good. L.J. Connor buries the tray, and that will put his team back out on top, 24-22. 3:51. Here's a long three. Smiley off the flange. No good. Kaysen Henson will come down with the rebound. And we're going to have a timeout called by Augusta. We'll take it as well. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Your score, Augusta 24, Harrison County 22. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCY. All righty, back here on the hilltop. We go back and forth this contest. We've had 3 ties and 9 lead changes. Right now, it's the Augusta Panthers with the edge, 24-22. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Thank you, Ryan. With the basketball in the front court comes Snap for Augusta. Uses a pick by Maston. Now kicks it back up top to Maston, who goes it back into the paint. A hook shot over Harris. Rims out as it spun around the rim and came back down. Maston with the rebound. His putback is no good. Rebound this time is picked up by Kylan Henson. And Kylan Henson's shot is also no good. Too many offensive rebounds that time by Augusta. Fouls on Caden Custard, they're going to say. That will send Riley Maston to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, Maston is a 69% free throw shooter. Trying to equal his team's largest lead with at least 1 free throw, and he gets it. Extending his team's lead to 25-22. 3:23 on the clock here in the second quarter. Second free throw by Maston is also good, as the Panthers take their largest lead of the game at 26-22. Custard across the timeline, gets to the far hash mark to Smiley. Smiley back to the midcourt circle to Kendall, to the right side to Hinton, long range. Braylon back to Kendall inside that center circle. He'll pass to the left wing to Smiley, back up top to Kendall. JD to the right side to Hinton in front of the Augusta bench. Back in between the circles to Kendall once again. To the left side finds Smiley. Back up top to Kendall. All this happening beyond the perimeter. Now Kendall fires a tray. Good as he rattles it home. Nice shot that time by JD to get Harrison County back to within 1 at 26-25. 2:43 left to go. Now a pass down low to Kylan Henson. His shot is no good, but he's fouled. They really rushed the ball down the floor. Kylan Henson back to the line where he's 0 for 1 tonight. Overall on the season, Kylan is a 42% free throw shooter. But he makes the first, and he makes the second. Looked like 100% there as he extends his team's lead back to 3 at 28-25. In the front court with the basketball. On the right side, Hinton. His team down by a tray. He'll get it back up top to Kendall. Kendall back to the right side to Hinton. He'll fire a three-pointer. Good! Yes, sir. Braylon Hinton with his first points of the game. And we're knotted up this time at 28-28. In the front court with the basketball comes Kaysen Henson. Kaysen Henson to the top of the key. Will get the ball to Maston. Maston's shot is going to be blocked out of bounds by Richard Harris. Augusta will maintain possession. From his own baseline, Kaysen Henson gets the ball to Maston in the corner. He'll fan it back to the hash mark to Snap. Snap pushes off on Custard. for the turnover. So only the third turnover of the first half for Augusta. Harrison County's committed just 2. So with the score knotted up at 28, under 2 minutes to go in the first half, Harrison has a chance to take the lead again. Kendall on the left side. Gets it between the circles to Custard. Caden now at the right elbow. Gets it in the hands of Smiley. Smiley from the left elbow. Jump shot off the flange. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Snap. That'll be Connor Snap's first personal foul. Just a common foul, and only the 5th on Augusta here in the first half. From his own baseline with 1:40 left will be Hinton. Score still tied at 28. Hinton fires the ball, stolen away this time by Kylan Henson. A bad pass. In the front court, a pass to Maston, who traveled, no call, but he puts it up and in to break the tie and put his Panthers back out on top, 30-28. Here's a long 3 by Hinton, and it's good. Braylon Hinton with the long distance tray puts Harrison County back out on front, 31-30. 1:14 left to go in an exciting first half. Here's a leaner by Kaysen Henson that's no good. Custard comes down with the rebound. Into the front court with the basketball comes Caden. To the right side to Smiley. Back up top. He'll find Custard in between the circles as we go under a minute to go. Harrison leading 31-30 here in the first half. On the baseline, Harris races baseline around Maston. His layup is no good, but he's fouled. Maston took his eyes off of Harris for 1 quick second, and that's what cost him. That'll be Maston's third personal foul as well. Now official scorer Larry White confirming who that foul was on. It was on Kylan Henson. Harris to the line where he's 2 for 3 tonight. He also has 5 rebounds and a block. 51 seconds on the clock. First free throw by Richard is on the way and off the mark, no good. Back in the game, returning will be Kelsch and Bach for Augusta. For Harrison County, Elijah Harris enters the game for the first time. Elijah, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 1.3. Second free throw upcoming for Harris to try to make it a 2-point game. His second free throw try this time around is on the way and also no good. Long rebound will be picked up by Connor. And now Connor has his pocket picked by Elijah Harris, who lobs to Kendall in the corner to Hinton. Hinton fires a 3. Count it down! Braylon Hinton on fire here in the second quarter. Puts up the tray to give his team a 34-30 lead. In the front court with 30 seconds left, a 3 fired up by Kylan Henson is off the flange, no good. And skying for the rebound will be Kendall. JD in the front court gets the ball on the wing to Hinton. In between the circles to Elijah, who will now direct some traffic. He'll move to the left side, gets to Hinton. Hinton thought about the 3, but turned it down. Now gets it, past Smiley and into the backcourt for a turnover. So Augusta will get the ball back with 9 seconds left. They'll be inbounding it from the midcourt stripe. Let's keep them from scoring, guys. It's going to the locker room up by 4. Inbounding the ball will be Connor. Connor gets the ball to Kaysen Henson. Kaysen moves to the top of the key, now to the elbow, spins inside the paint. A runner is no good, but he's fouled with 2 seconds left and will go to the line. That foul is going to be on Smiley. That'll be Mason's second. Kaysen Henson going to the line for the first time tonight on the year, a 79% free throw shooter. First free throw by the senior is going to bounce in there. So Kaysen Henson makes it 34-31 as coming back into the game will be Caden Custard. Second free throw for Kaysen Henson is also good. Gives him 6 and makes it a 2-point game. Custard receives the inbounds pass. Midcourt shot at the buzzer is no good. And that is the way that the first half will end with your score. Harrison County 34 and Augusta 32. We invite you to stay tuned now for our halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from the first half. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the Hilltop, your halftime score, Harrison County 34, Augusta 32. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, we got a good old barn burner going on between Augusta and Harrison County. 4 ties and 10 lead changes so far in the contest. Neither team has led by more than 4 points, and right now Harrison County up by a couple. Take a look at the individual numbers. First for Augusta, they're led in scoring in the first half by L.J. Connors, 8 points, including a couple of 3-pointers. 7 points for Kylan Henson, including a tray. And then 6 points each for both Kaysen Henson and Riley Maston. 3 points on a tray by Keaton Bach off the bench, and also a couple of points have been scored on 2 free throws by Will Kelsch to round out the scoring. Also playing but not scoring was Connor Snap. Meanwhile, for the Thoroughbreds, 9 points for Braylon Hinton leads the way. Those 9 points coming on 3 3-pointers. 8 points for J.D. Kendall, including a couple of rim-rattling trays himself. 6 points for Caden Custard. 5 points on the first half for Mason Smiley, including a 3. And 4 points for Richard Harris. Also a couple of points were scored by Blaine Biddle to open up the contest here on senior night. Also playing but not scoring, Will Furnish and Elijah Harris. That's the way the individual numbers stack up. We'll take a break and come back and take a look at the team stats following this timeout. But once again, here on the Hilltop, your halftime score, Harrison County 34 and Augusta 32. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, let's take a look now at the team stats from the first half of play. Both teams shot almost exactly the same. Harrison County was 13 out of 31, that's 41.9%. Augusta was 10 out of 24, that's 41.7%. Both teams drilled it from deep downtown. Harrison County 6 out of 13, while Augusta was 4 out of 10. And both teams had troubles from the free throw stripe. Harrison County just cannot figure out how to get those balls to fall, as they made just 2 out of 5 free attempts in the first half, while Augusta was 8 for 13, that's 61.5%. Both teams played pretty cleanly as far as the turnovers are concerned in the first half, with each garnering only 4 apiece. And the rebounding battle was won by Harrison County, 18-12. 5 offensive and 7 defensive boards for Augusta. They were paced in that particular department by Riley Maston, who has 4. Meanwhile, 9 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds for the Thoroughbreds. Caden Custard leads the way with 9 rebounds already here at the break. He's just 4 points and 1 rebound away from what would be only his second double-double of the season. So that's the way the team stats stack up. Both teams are back on the floor going through some more warm-ups at halftime. So what we'll do right now is take a break, after which we'll come back for the third quarter handoff following this timeout. Once again, though, from here on the Hilltop, your halftime score, Harrison County 34, Augusta 32. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Back and forth affair, about to go into part number 3. Third quarter, that is. Harrison County up 34-32. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. As we said, the Thoroughbreds will be back in action on Friday night when we'll head to Falmouth to take on Pendleton County in a girl-boy doubleheader. Then on Saturday, we'll make our way just a few hours west of here to Lyon County down to Eddyville for the East versus West Classic. The Thoroughbreds will be taking on Muhlenberg County at 3:30 our time. And then next Tuesday, Fleming County will be coming to town, and that will end the regular season. So seems like this season has come and gone very, very quickly. Alrighty, to start out this third quarter, Harrison County will have the basketball. They've led by as many as 4. Augusta likewise has led by as many as 4. It's been that close the entire way through. Inbounds pass will come to Custard. Caden angles over to the right side in front of the stable. Now gets to the top of the key to Smiley. Smiley down to the block to Furnish. His hook shot is no good, and Maston comes away with the rebound for the Augusta Panthers. In the front court comes Kaysen Henson. Kaysen lobs the ball on the baseline, this time to Kylan Henson. He'll try a pass back out. It's going to be knocked into bounds by Furnish. From his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Kaysen Henson. Kaysen gets it in the corner to Maston. Now back up top to Snap. Snap. Pass the ball in the corner to Kylan Henson. Now in between the circles to Connor for a 3. Very short, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kylan Henson. Here's a long 3 put up by Connor, no good. Rebound this time is picked up by Custard, his 10th rebound of the night. Into the front court comes Caden. That's the second time this season that Custard has gotten at least 10 rebounds. If you'll remember, in the championship game against Spencer County in the Henry County Invitational, Caden had 10 rebounds in that game as well. Custard to the top of the key to Harris. Lobs the ball in the paint to Furnish, who has the ball smacked away from behind, but a foul is going to be called on Augusta as well. It'll be on Connor. It'll be L.J. Connor's first personal. Furnish going to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, Will has struggled, making only 37% of his free throws. First one by the big man is off to the right, no good. He's just kind of flicking it up there. He needs to take more of a form in shooting that free throw. Second free throw is on the way, and this one also is no good. Rebound pulled down by Maston of Augusta. Into the front court quickly comes snap in the corner, finds Kylan Henson for a three. Once again, it's going to be short, and Kendall comes away with the board for Harrison. In the front court, Custard. Leaner from 10 in the paint is no good, and Snap comes away with the rebound this time. Here's a long three by Snap off the flange, no good. Long rebound picked up by Connor. He'll throw the ball away right into the hands of Furnish. Into the front court, Kendall with the basketball, floats to the basket, a shot good, and he's fouled, and JD is going to go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul is on Maston, and that'll be Riley Maston's fourth, if my figures are correct. Harrison County up now 36-32. 6:26 on the clock. Kendall on the season, a 56% free throw shooter. His free throw is good. He has 11 points, and Harrison County has their largest lead of the ball game at 37-32. Into the front court with the basketball comes Kaysen Henson. Kaysen looks over to Coach Jason Henson for the call of the play. Now gets it on the baseline to Kylan Henson. Kylan dumps it into the paint to Maston. His shot from 3 feet away is no good, and Custard gets his 11th rebound. In the front court, Richard Harris flies to the basket and misses the layup. Rebound pulled down by Kylan Henson. That could have been huge. Now in the front court, Snap with the basketball, goes to the block. His shot blocked out of bounds by Furnish. Will with the big paw that time. If there had been a fifth row in the end zone, it would have gotten there. With the basketball from his own baseline is Riley Maston. Gets it on the wing to Snap. Snap in between the circles finds Kaysen Henson. Kaysen drives to the elbow, stops, gets it in the corner to Kylan Henson for three. Good. Kylan Henson with his second tray of the night gets his team back to within two at 37-35. And now a charge is going to be called against Richard Harris. The turnover will give the ball back to Augusta as Garrett Wilson checks in. Garrett, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 4 points a game. Big play by both Kylan Henson and Kaysen Henson. With the basketball, Connor gets it in the corner to Kylan Henson. Kylan Henson goes into the paint, floats up a runner. It's good, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play as Furnish picks up his third personal foul. As we are now tied at 37-37 as Braylon Hinton will come back into the contest. Kylan Henson, 2 for 3 from the line tonight. With 5:21, his free throw is good, and the Panthers have gone back out on top. Right now leading 38-37. Oh, how things can change so quickly in this ball game. With the basketball across the timeline comes Custard. Moves to the top of the key, now to the elbow, flips it on the wing to Smiley. Smiley goes into the paint, to the block, to the glass, shot no good. Kendall with the rebound, put back good. Good offensive rebound that time by JD as Harrison County goes back out on top. 39-38. Now out front. A scramble for the ball. And now the officials are trying to figure out what the call will be. Foul's going to be called on Mason Smiley. That'll be his second. From the far sideline, his team down by 1, entering the ball into the play is going to be Maston. Gets it into the backcourt to Kaysen Henson. 4:53 left to go here in the third. Kaysen Henson on the near side of the midcourt circle. Now gets it out the elbow extended to Kylan Henson, who will in turn hand it off to Snap. Snap in front of his own bench. Gets it to Kylan Henson for a three. Barely grazed the rim, but Kaysen Henson is there for the rebound. His putback is good. Kaysen Henson, Johnny on the spot there for his 8th point. And Harrison County back down by 1 at 40-39. In the front court with 4:24 left. Custard yo-yoing the ball in between the circles. His team down by 1. Custard now finishes off his speech to his team to get where they're supposed to be. Smiley to Kendall. Now to Custard in front of his own bench. Gets it to the top of the key to Wilson. To the right side, long range to Hinton. Braylon from the foul line. Jump shot off the flange, no good. Long rebound comes all the way out to Henson. And here come the Panthers with a 1-point lead. Snap to Kaysen Henson. Kaysen up top Gets the ball to Connor, now to the left side to Maston. Maston goes baseline, double teamed. Ball knocked away, but they're going to call a foul on Harrison County's Garrett Wilson. That'll be Garrett's second personal foul. Just a common foul. So from his own baseline, Kaysen Henson will trigger the inbounds pass. Kaysen looking for someone to pass to, finds Maston in the corner. Maston against Kendall, goes into the paint, stops, a leaner from 10 is good. Maston with his 8th point, puts his team up by 3, 42-39. In the front court with the basketball at the block is Custard, forces up a shot and it's good. Nice job that time by Caden. And now a timeout called by Harrison County. They trail 42-41 with 3:27 left. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But the Thoroughbreds struggling against what we imagined would be and is a very good team from up at Augusta. Well, Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. 5 ties and 13 lead changes in this ball game so far. 1 tie and 3 lead changes just in the first 4.5 minutes of the third quarter alone. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game. Hopefully we'll have a lot of people go up to Falmouth on Friday for that girl-boy doubleheader. The boys will play first and the girls will play second. So actually it's a boy-girl doubleheader. And I don't expect you to go down to Lyon County. It's about 4 hours down to Eddyville. But I'll be there to bring you all the action of the Breads game against Muhlenberg County. Out of the timeout, full court pressure being applied by the Breads. Maston will get the ball to Connor. Connor across the timeline at the far sideline. Now pitches it inside the center circle to Snap. Snap to the left side to Henson, and the ball is stolen away by Custard. Caden now waits on the rest of his team, gets the ball to Wilson. Wilson drives to the basket, his layup is blocked, and the rebound pulled down by Maston. And here come the Panthers up by 1. Kaysen Henson drops the ball. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Maston. Gets it down low to Kylan Henson, who puts it up and in. 15 points for Kylan Henson. Puts Augusta back up by 3, 44-41. Now a turnover committed by Harrison County. Will give the ball back. That's only the second turnover the second half and the 6th turnover overall for Harrison. Inbounds pass will come to Kaysen Henson. See, these Augusta Panthers, they'll make you pay for your mistakes. Kaysen Henson nearly traveled. Now gets the ball in between the circles to Maston. Maston gets it in the corner to Connor. Connor, a wraparound pass to Kaysen Henson. He's double teamed. Fall away jumper is off the back of the rim, no good. And Wilson comes away with the rebound for the Breads. In the front court, down by 3. Custard with the basketball. Euro step, puts it up and in. 10 points now for Caden as he has a double-double as he gets his team back to within 1 at 44-43. 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. With the basketball in between the circles is Kaysen Henson. Gets it to the left side, long range this time to Maston, now into the hands of Snap. Snap, guarded by Hinton, gets the ball back into the hands of Maston. Maston on the baseline to Connor, back on the wing to Snap. Snap lobs the ball inside, knocked away by Custard and stolen by Harrison County. Outlet pass to Hinton. He'll go to the basket and lays it up and in. And Harrison County has retaken the lead, this time at 45-44. In the front court with the basketball with 1:42 left in the third is Snap. Gets it on the wing, long range to Maston. Maston drives, spins between the double team, makes the shot, and he's going to be fouled, and he'll give his team the lead back and have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul on Kendall, and that'll be his first. This has been a really fun game to watch. With 1:33 on the clock, Maston is 2 for 2 from the line, making 3 for 3 as he completes the old-fashioned three-point play to put his team up 47-45. 90 seconds left to go in the third. Custard will bring the ball into the front court. Crossing the timeline inside the center circle, pitches it to the right side to Hinton. Hinton now up top to Smiley. Mason brings the ball to this side, now reverses back to the far side, now passes it back to the left to Hinton for 3. Count it down! What a tray that time by Braylon. That is his 4th tray of the night, and Harrison County goes back out on top, 48-47. In the front court with the basketball, the Panthers with just a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Pass to the foul line to Kylan Henson, dumps it in the paint to Kaysen, and has his pocket picked by Custard. Caden all the way the other way, lays it up, misses it. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Kendall. His putback is good. Yes! J.D. Kendall with 15 points. Puts Harrison County up 50-47. Under 30 seconds to go. And now we're going to have a foul call. And it's going to be on Smiley. Coming back in the game will be Richard Harris as Smiley just picked up his 3rd personal foul. 50-47, Harrison County leads. Just a common foul from his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Kaysen Henson. Lobs it to Kylan Henson at the top of the key. Now gets it in the hands of Snap in between the circles. Snap angles over to the right side in front of his own bench. Now reverses back to the top of the key. Now backs up near the center circle before passing it to the far sideline to Kaysen Henson. Looks at the clock, sees there's 22 seconds left. In the third quarter, Harrison leading 50-47. Kaysen Henson just yo-yoing the ball now. Coach Case telling his team to stay back. Kaysen Henson now with 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Fires an NBA 3 for the tie, no good. Rebound pulled in by Braylon Hinton. Hinton up the floor, a half-court shot at the buzzer, in and out. That ball went about a third of the way down before bouncing back out again. So, after a 3-year score, Harrison County 50, Augusta 47. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. All righty, back here on the hilltop. We've had 16 lead changes in this game, and right now Harrison County leads 50-47. As we enter the fourth quarter, Augusta will have the ball. Inbounds pass will come to Connor Snap. Snap, the sophomore, will bring it in between the circles. Now angles over to the right side before picking up his dribble and giving it to Kaysen Henson. Kaysen now at the top of the key to the left side to Kylan Henson. Kylan guarded by Kendall, gets it out front to Snap once again. He's guarded by Wilson. Snap backs up, now pass to the far wing to Kylan Henson. To the elbow, finds Maston. Maston underneath the basket, a backdoor cut to Kaysen Henson. His shot is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Braylon Hinton. That'll be Hinton's first personal foul. And it'll send Kaysen Henson to the line where he's 2 for 2 tonight. Senior, averaging 17 points a game, has just 8 and only 2 here in the second half. Now the official saying something to Kaysen. Not sure what. 2-shot foul coming up to try to narrow the gap back to 1. Kaysen Henson's first free throw is on the way and good. This kid never misses hardly. Makes the score 50-48. Second free throw with 7:33 on the clock is on the way and good as well. And that will bring the Panthers back to within 1 at 50-49. With the basketball, Custard up the floor and into the front court inside the center circle. Looks to his left. Now gets the ball to Wilson on the wing. Garrett looking for Harris, but he's not open. Wisely gets it back up top to Hinton. Hinton back to the near side to Wilson. Wilson goes baseline to the block. Hands it off to Harris. His shot's good. Nice pass that time by Garrett Wilson as Richard Harris now has 6 points and puts his team back up by a 3 spot, 52-49. to 49. Here's a long three, short. Rebound pulled down by Snap. He'll get it over to Kaysen Henson. His layup is no good, but he's fouled. And we'll go to the line. Foul's going to be called on Kendall. That'll be JD's second. That will send Kaysen Henson back to the line, where he just did make a couple of free throws. Timeout's going to be called by the Thoroughbreds. We'll take it as well. 6:52 left to go. Your score, Harrison County 52, Augusta 49. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Friends and Tack.
Timeout. Harrison County leading by just 3. It could be a better lead, except the Breds continue to suffer from the line and have it just 2 out of 7. Henson is 4 for 4 by himself. His first free throw is perfect, narrowing the gap back down to 2 at 52-50. With 6:52 left, his second free throw is also good to make it a 1-point game at 52-51. Harrison County with the lead and the ball. Custard with it. Will cross the timeline in the middle of the floor. Gets to Harris on the left side. Now to Kendall. Back to Custard on the left side. In the corner finds Hinton. He'll fire a three. Short. Very short, in fact. Rebound pulled in by Snap. And up the floor come the Augusta Panthers trying to take the lead. Connor goes baseline to the basket and lays it in. And L.J. Connor with his 10th point has given his team the lead back at 53-52. Who made that shot? Wilson. Wilson puts his team back out in top once again, 54-53. Action happening so fast, I don't have time to write stuff down. With the basketball inside the center circle is Snap. 6 minutes left to go in regulation. We had a double overtime game with the Phillies last night. In the front court with the basketball, Connor goes into the paint, dishes it off to Kelsch. His shot's blocked, gets his own rebound, goes back up. And this time Harris comes away with the rebound. Into the front court come the Breds, and Harris puts it up and in. Nice drive that time by Richard after getting the block on the other end. Harrison County up now 56-53, 5:37. That could be pivotal. With the basketball in the front court on the left side is Connor. He'll get the ball to Kaysen Henson. Kaysen Henson, nearly double team, gets it back to the timeline to Connor. Connor is teamed down by 3, backs up, goes forward, backs up, and now penetrates once again before going to the top of the key. Goes to the basket. His reverse layup is good. Nice move that time by L.J. Connor to get his team back to within 1 at 56-55. Timeout called by Augusta, and we'll take it as well. 5:16 left to go. Your score, Harrison County 56, Augusta 55. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN. Righty, out of the timeout. Harrison County with the 1-point lead and the ball. Harrison County has led for about the last 2 or 3 minutes, but by never more than 3. Harris to Kendall to Custard in the front court. Top of the key, Kendall for 3. No good this time. The rebound picked up by Richard Harris, who puts it back up and in. Nice offensive rebound that time by the senior here on senior night. Puts Harrison County up 58-55. On the putback, 4:48 on the clock. In the front court with the basketball as Connor backs up for a 3. Good as he ties the score. L.J. Connor's 3rd tray of the night makes it a 58-58 game. Wow. 4.5 left. Now a shot put up and good. Who was it? JD? Kendall with his 3rd 3 of the night. Puts Harrison County back up in front by a tray. 61-58. Here's a shot, no good. Harris comes down with the rebound for the Thoroughbreds. He has 8 on the night. In the front court, Hinton, his team up by 3, gets the ball to Custard. Back in front of his own bench to Hinton. Back up top to Custard once again. Now Caden will back it up near the timeline to reset the offense as Coach Brooks says slow things down a little bit. Custard angles over to the left side. Now in front of his own bench, gets the ball to the foul line to Harris. Richard circles back around and gives the ball to Custard once again. Custard being guarded more closely now by Snap. Moves inside the center circle, gets to the foul line to Kendall. Down low to Furnish, who lays it up and in, and he is fouled. And will go to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Nice pass on the interior that time by J.D. Harrison County with their largest lead of the ball game now at 63-58, and will a chance to make it even more on the night. Furnish is 0 for 2 from the line. 3:39 left. His free throw's on the way, and this one is very short, no good. And on the rebound, a foul is going to be called on Riley Maston for pushing off. And if my figures are correct, that's 5 on Maston. Nope, just his 4th, so he'll be able to stay in the ball game. 3:39 on the clock. Harrison County with the basketball. From his own baseline, Hinton will trigger the inbounds pass. Hinton gets the ball in the corner to Custard, up top to Harris. Richard to the right side to Hinton. He'll fire a 3. Count it down! Braylon Hinton with his 5th tray of the night. Puts Harrison County up 66-58 as we're starting to get a little distance. Here's a long 3, no good by Maston. Rebound is yanked down by Custard, who goes to the ground as he might have sprained an ankle. He's right now in quite a bit of pain as he went to the floor. Everybody kind of holding their breath right now, especially with the injury to Blaine Biddle last week over at Robertson County. Anytime one of our guys goes to the floor, we're very anxious. Happened to Kaysen right in the JV game. But now Caden hops up and is none the worse for wear. Just came down on it wrong, obviously. So he'll come out for a second to regroup. Mason Smiley will check back in. Harrison up 66-58. 8 unanswered points for the Breds since the score was tied at 58 all. Breds came in about an 11-point favorite and now starting to flex their muscles with 3 minutes left to go. But Augusta, good shooters. From his own baseline, Kaysen Henson will trigger the inbounds pass. Kaysen lobs the ball to the elbow to Maston. Maston looking for help, throws the ball into the Augusta bench for a turnover. Just the 9th turnover of the night, though, for Augusta, as Caden Custard will check back in, and it's good to see him back on the floor. I think I'd say that in unison with all Harrison County fans. Custard with the basketball inside the center circle, crosses the timeline, moves to the left side in front of his own bench. Now circles it back around to reset the offense. Under 3 to go. Pass to the right side to Kendall long range. JD's had a nice game with 18 points. He'll get it into the hands of Hinton at the top of the key. Braylon to Harris on the weave. Harris in the paint, goes to the block. Bodies hit the floor. Shot's no good from point-blank range. Richard gets his own rebound, misses it again. Rebound brought down this time by Kylan Henson. Into the front court come the Panthers. Kaysen Henson puts up a shot, blocked by Furnish, but with the rebound, Maston, and then Maston knocks down Caden Custer, but they're going to call a foul on Caden. Don't see that one. It'll be his third foul, however, sending Riley Maston to the line for one in the bonus. Maston 3 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. 66-58 continues to be your score. If you've been thinking about a farm and machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Mopping up some of the sweat that occurred when Custard hit the ground after being smacked to the ground by Maston, despite the fact they call a block on Custard, and that is why Maston is at the line. First one's on the way at the 2:32 mark and good. This is Augusta team that will not stop fighting, so we might as well keep on going right at him. Second free throw by Maston is also good, gives him 11 points. Timeout called by Augusta. It is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep her right here. Harrison County right now leading 66-60. Good close game between these two opponents that are right now playing at the top of their game. Harrison County coming in with 6 straight wins. Augusta, they have a total of 4 straight wins. I don't know, JoJo. Harrison County trying to pick up another win. Don't you give them 17 on the year. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514 and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Were you able to help JoJo out? Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. All righty, out of the timeout, Caden Custard will have the basketball and bounds it to Braylon Hinton against full court pressure. Lob into the front court to Kendall. Kendall nearly threw the ball away, but Custard picks up the loose ball and gets it to Smiley. Back up top in between the circles to Custard once again. Custard is team up by 6. Now lobs the ball to Kendall in between the circles to the left side in the corner to Hinton. Down on the block to Harris. Richard is going to back up his defender and lays it in. Little flop that time by the Augusta Panthers. Harrison County back up by 8, 68-60. 2:04 left in the contest. In the front court with the basketball on the far side, Connor. Connor races into the paint between the triple team. Blocked by Harris. Rebound pulled down by Hinton. And here come the Breds the other way. Shot put up by Custard, no good. Rebound by Harris. His shot's going to be blocked. And now coming away with the rebound to be Smiley. He'll get it to Custard. Slow things down, fellas. We don't need to go at 5,000 miles an hour. Now Connor, snap, will foul Custard. We've got an 8-point lead. We don't need to rush anything. So slow down. From in front of his own bench, Hinton will trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it to Kendall. Kendall reverses, goes inside the arc. Top of the key, Custard. Back to Kendall on the wing. Kendall back to Custard, who goes into the paint. Stops at the elbow, gets it back to Kendall in the corner to Hinton. Hinton wisely turns down the tray and gets it back to Kendall. Down to the far side of the circle near midcourt to Custard. Back to Kendall. In the corner finds Smiley. He'll fire a 3. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound battled for and goes out of bounds. Last touched by Harrison County. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Thank you, Ryan. Man for all seasons tonight. With a basketball on the far sideline is Connor. He'll bring it into the front court. Connor stops and pops from three-point range. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Hinton. And Braylon is going to quickly be fouled by Riley Maston. And that'll be Riley Maston's 5th, I believe. It is his 5th, so Maston will foul out with 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in the ball game. And his team trailing 68-60. It's a big loss for Augusta. Checking back into the game will be Bach. He's seen some action here tonight. Against full court pressure, Custer gets the ball inbounds to Kendall. Into the front court to Hinton. Hinton waits for people to guard him. Now gets the ball to Smiley. Now back out top to Kendall. Under a minute to go. Harrison up by 8, 68-60. Pass from Kendall to Custer near the timeline. Back to Kendall on the far sideline to the elbow to Smiley. Back to the midcourt stripe to Custard. Custard back to Smiley to the left side to Hinton, long range in front of his own bench. Harrison just bleeding the clock now, and a foul is going to be called on Kylan Hinson. That'll be the 17th foul on Augusta as well. 42 seconds left. Harrison up 68-60 with Braylon Hinton going to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, Hinton is a 73% free throw shooter. However, he's made just 7 of his last 14. But having a good game with 17 points, including 5 3-pointers. That equals his career high, which he got against Bishop Brossart in the 4th game of the year. Free throw up, free throw good, and he now establishes a new career high with 18. Makes it 69-60. Second free throw with 42 seconds left is on the way, and this one is good as well. 19 points for Braylon Hinton. And Harrison County with a 70-60 advantage. Into the front court with the basketball comes Snap. Snap races to the basket and nearly throws the ball away. And now he does, as Custard saved it from going out of bounds. Nice job that time by the sophomore. He was also going to be fouled by Connor Snap. So we'll walk the other way and shoot some free throws. 32 seconds left. Harrison County up by 10. The key moment of this game came back in the 3rd quarter with the score tied at 58-58. Harrison County reeled off 8 points in a row and have led by no less than 6 since that time. Harris at the line tonight is 2 for 5, making 3 for 6. He has 13 points. Makes the score 71-60. The final score is not going to indicate how close this game was. Second free throw for Harris is off the flange, no good. Rebound pulled in by Kaysen Henson. In the front court, Kaysen gets it on the right side to Bach. He'll fire a 3, off the glass and good. His second tray of the game. Timeout called by Augusta. We'll take it as well. 22 seconds left to go. Your score, Harrison County 71, Augusta 63. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
When it comes to cardiac intervention, a quick, precise diagnosis is everything. Any
All righty, back here at the Hilltop out of the timeout. Harrison County will have the basketball. 71-63 they lead, however. Hopefully about to pick up win number 17 on the season against just 6 losses and their 14th win in their last 16 contests, which is rather amazing when you consider that this Thoroughbred team going to the Henry County tournament had a record at the time of 3-4. Wow. This is a special team. Facing full court pressure, Custard out of the timeout, gets the ball inbounds to Smiley. Smiley lobs the ball to Custard in the front court to Kendall. Kendall on the wing with 16 seconds left, back in between the circles to Smiley. Right now, Harrison playing keep away. Hinton with the basketball, and Augusta will back off as Hinton will dribble down the clock to 0. Harrison County wins by a final score of 71-63 to improve to 17-6 on the year. Meanwhile, Augusta will drop to 12-11. This was a good high school basketball game with both teams playing very, very well, but about a, let's say, 3-minute gap in the 3rd quarter, or a 3-minute amount of time in the 3rd quarter was the difference. That's when Harrison County went on an 8-0 run to break a 58-58 tie, and they end up winning by 8. So there you go. That was the difference in the ball game, at least in my opinion. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show, sponsored by MCTC at the Licking Valley campus. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from tonight's game, as well as have a chat with Coach Brooks. We'll also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, here on the Hilltop, your final score, Harrison County 71, Augusta 63. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Maysville Community and Technical College is open and ready, with on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a four-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Taste Cloth Peddler, 121
Okay.
East.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County survives a good scare by the Augusta Panthers to win 71-63. In the game, we ended up having 6 ties and 18 lead changes. It was a wild affair. Harrison County was able to pull away with an 8-point run midway through the third quarter, and that ended up being the difference in the ball game, because when they started that run, the game was tied at 58-58. So just a good game for both the Thoroughbreds, and Coach Henson has to be pretty happy with his team as well, as they fought all the way. You joining us, JoJo?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You can either use that or use Ryan's headset, whichever one you prefer. But Assistant Coach JoJo Hinton about to join us now. And, Coach, what you like to have, I think, this time of year is close games, and it couldn't get much closer than this one.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what you need for tournament time. You can say it's been a little bit since we've been tested. Right. Paris, we came out flat. Got to stop playing to the level of competition. But tonight, that's a good ball team.
Yes,
over there.
it is.
It's got some well-rounded players. It was good to execute and do some things versus a team like that. Builds a little bit of confidence for you.
It sure does. Free throws. Gosh, Coach, it continues to be a problem. Tonight, 6 for 13. If we keep doing this during tournament time, we're not going to be alone for very long.
That is definitely true, and we work on those things all the time. I came over and asked you not knowing, and I was like, I wonder what Augusta has shot from the free throw line. Because in my mind, I'm like, they're 16 of 18, 16 of 20-something.
Yeah, 16 of 21. So
okay,
close.
That's what kept them in the ball game tonight.
Yeah.
And that's what good teams do, to stick around and have a chance. If we make our free throws, then instead of winning by, what do we win by tonight?
We end up winning by 8.
8, it may be 18.
Right.
So, yeah. But I wrote some notes over there from Coach White. What about the scoring? It was balanced. We had 4 guys in double figures.
Yes.
Caden with 10, Richard with 13, Braylon with 19, and J.D. Kendall with 18. If we can get that tonight, we'll be tough to beat. But like you said, we got to make free throws.
Right. Braylon hitting a career-high 19, had 5 threes, and he went through a little bit of a, I'm not going to call it a slump because he was still scoring, but more of a lull about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But it seems like in the last 4 or 5 games, he's really got his confidence back.
Yes, sir. Him, Mason, and there's been 2 others, J.D. and maybe Caden, that's been staying after practice and getting up shots. So
good.
You put in, you get out of it what you put into it.
Right, exactly.
They've been struggling and they've been staying in the gym and shooting, and it's paying off.
Caden Custard, as always, does a good job of leading the team. And what I especially liked was there towards the end of the game, we're up by 8. Probably a month, 6 weeks ago, we'd still be trying to rush around, shooting threes, taking bad passes, da-da-da. But Caden slowed us down, and that's what you need to do in close games like this.
Yes, sir. And then not only that, tonight we ran to the right spots in the floor. Instead of trying to run 4 guys on one side of the floor, we were spread out. We had a guy shooting to the middle when they were going to trap us. We were doing all the correct things that we needed to do to be successful and execute when that pressure came on us when they were trying to get back in the ball game.
Defensively, we frustrate Cason Henson. He does get 12 points, but came in averaging 17, and he had to work for every single one of those 12.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But what about the Connor kid? He was the X factor for them tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, had 15 points, including 3 threes, and it seemed like every 3 he got was at a very important time. Either it got the game tied or put them back in the lead. He's a good player.
Yes, sir. How many did Maston end up with?
Maston ended up with 13.
Okay, yeah. It's not bad. It's not where we want him to be, but he's a good ball player.
Yeah. Yeah, but the good thing is he was in foul trouble so much he had to spend a lot of time on the bench.
Yes, sir.
And we took advantage of that.
Yes, sir.
As far as senior night concerned, I thought it was a very nice touch. I don't know who came up with the idea, but to let Blaine get on the floor and make a shot, and just a special time for him.
Yes, sir. We hate that for Blaine. We were that night that happened. We had a freshman game here, and I was on my way down there, and it was a running clock. But yeah, let's say congratulations to Blaine, especially. It's just a bad way to have to end your career, and that kid worked so hard. You know, he brings so much heart and soul to the team. We just want to say we love Blaine, and it's just a bad break, but he's mentally strong, and he'll be better for it down the road.
Absolutely will. In fact, he'll probably be the #1 cheerleader from here on out for the Blue
yes,
Reds.
sir, yes, sir. And Coach Jones came up with the idea to get the warm-ups we had yesterday. The rest of the year we'll wear those in honor of Blaine, number 15.
It's always a good touch, and that just shows what a good kid he is, because you wouldn't do that for just anybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, tough game coming up on Friday as we have to go down to Pendleton County, and although they may not be as talented as we are, they're going to be rough and tough and never give up.
And it'll be a hostile environment.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, that's where the good thing about going down there, it's where you're going to play the district at.
Right, exactly.
So you get possibly 3 games on that floor, if we take care of business. They're a streaky team. If they're shooting, anything can happen. You hit 15 threes a night against anybody, and that's what they are. They're still Belcher. Coach is still down there doing a good job, but they still have the Belcher mentality. We're going to shoot, and if we make it, good for us. If we don't, it might be a long night for them.
Exactly. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. We'll talk to you in Falmouth on Friday.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Assistant Thoroughbred basketball coach JoJo Hinton after Harrison County's 71-63 win over the Augusta Panthers here on the Hilltop tonight. We'll take a break, come back, and take a look at how the scoring went for tonight's game. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC1.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Maysville Community and Technical College is open and ready, with on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a four-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Back here at the Hilltop, let's take a look now at how the teams did that individually tonight. First for Augusta, as we said, they dropped to 12 and 11. They, just like we, put 4 players in double figures. So both teams doing a good job of balancing the scoring tonight. 15 points each for both L.J. Connor and Kylan Henson, as both of those fellas did a very good job. And as we were talking with JoJo tonight, it just seemed like that every time that Connor made a three-pointer, it came at a big time. So congratulations to him despite the loss. Also Kylan Henson with 15, as we said. Riley Maston, who spent a lot of the time tonight's game on the bench in foul trouble, still ends up with a nice night with 13 points. And Kason Henson came in averaging a team-high 17 rebounds, had 12 points, but those 12 points were very hard-earned. In fact, he only had 1 field goal in the second half. Also scoring for the Panthers, Keaton Bach came off the bench with a couple of threes for his 6 points, and a couple of points as well for Will Kelsch. Also playing but not scoring, Connor Snap. And this is the significant about Connor Snap. He came in hitting about 40% from three-point range. We were in his face the entire game, not allowing him a chance to breathe, and he does not score. So kudos to our defense for that. Meanwhile, for the Thoroughbreds, we also placed 4 players in double figures, led by Braylon Hinton's career-high 19, including 5 three-pointers. 18 points for J.D. Kendall. He fired in 3 rim-rattling threes himself. 13 points on the night for Richard Harris, with 9 of those points coming in the pivotal fourth quarter. 10 points as well for Caden Custard, who comes up with a double-double on the night, as did Richard. Richard had 13 points and 10 rebounds. Custard, 10 points and 12 rebounds. For Caden, that's his second double-double of the season. And for Richard, that's his first double-double of the year. Also scoring for the Thoroughbreds, Mason Smiley had 5, including a tray. And then 2 points each for Will Furnish, Blaine Biddle, and Garrett Wilson. The only player who got into the game that did not score was Elijah Harris. That's the way the individual numbers stack up. We'll take a break, come back, and look at the team stats as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. 71-63, Harrison County beats Augusta. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Back here at the Hilltop, let's take a look now at the team stats. Augusta hits 20 of 51 shots overall for 39.2%. They fired up 22 trays and made 7. Meanwhile, Harrison County very efficient, 28 out of 60 for 46.7%. In the second half, the Breds were 15 out of 29. Overall in the game, the Thoroughbreds put up 19 trays and made 9, which is a good percentage. From the free throw stripe, Harrison County continues to struggle. 6 out of 13. So for the Thoroughbreds, in our last 6 games, which covers our winning streak, is now 41 out of 91. Ooh, 41 out of 91. That's 44%, people. We've got to do better than that. For sure, got to do better than that. Because people like Augusta, they were 16 out of 21. That's 76.2%. Harrison County lucky to win this game tonight. And let's see, turnovers. Harrison County only turns the ball over 7 times. That has to be acceptable for the coaching staff. 10 turnovers were recorded by Augusta, 6 of them coming in the second half. And the rebounding battle tonight was won by Harrison County, 32-27. 10 offensive and 17 defensive boards by Augusta, They were paced in that particular statistic tonight by Riley Maston, who, despite not playing a whole lot of minutes, still came down with a team-leading 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, 16 offensive, that's a good number. 16 offensive and 16 defensive rebounds for Harrison County's 32. They were paced by Caden Custard with 12 and Richard Harris with 10, as both of those fellows came up with double-doubles on the night. As far as our Judy Construction Company player of the game, we're going to give it to Braylon Hinton. Hinton with a big night tonight, a career best 19 points, including 5 3-pointers. He was also, unlike the rest of his teammates, perfect from the free throw line at 2 for 2. So just follow Braylon's lead and we'll be all right the rest of the year. Once again, as we mentioned before, our next game will be on Friday night when we'll head up 27 to Falmouth to take on the Pendleton County Wildcats in what will be a boy-girl doubleheader. The boys will play at 6. If you'll remember, back on January the 29th here on the Hilltop, Harrison County defeated the Wildcats 62-40. Also, want to let you know, I'm not sure of the final score, but the Phillies lost to Nicholas County over in Carlisle tonight. That will make...
Actually, Jim?
Yes?
Jim, real quickly, let me make a correction. Harrison County did win that game, knocking off Nicholas County
okay,
54-46.
So Harrison County actually wins 54-46. So with Nicholas County and Harrison County both tied with 1 loss apiece, it comes down to a coin flip. Who will be the number 1 seed? That will be at the district meeting here in the next week or so. So congratulations, Phillies, for 2 things. First, for winning the number 1 seed with a 54-46 win, but coming back from that double overtime game last night. And the girls, I'm sure, our starting 5 had to be dog-tired, but came up with enough moxie or whatever you want to call it, enough spirit. That's what Coach Marshall called it, spirit, to win a game against a tough Nicholas County squad. So kudos to our Phillies for winning 54-46 over in Carlisle tonight. So a good night for both the Breds and the Phillies. And remember, both will be in action next on Friday night in that boy-girl doubleheader up in Falmouth. I want to thank my engineer back at the station, Ed Lewis, for doing a great job as he always does. And as always, I want to thank all of our sponsors, because without their help, we would not be able to get Harrison County High School basketball on the air. So from the Hilltop, your final score for the final time, Harrison County 71, Augusta 63. Good evening, everyone.